Alright, this video is going to be on how to use the wrap tool. The wrap tool is up here in the features tab, and basically what this tool does is it allows you to take a sketch and kind of wrap it around a curved feature or like a curved part. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a cylinder, and this is going to be the shape that we're going to be wrapping our sketch around. So I'm just going to start off with a cylinder. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a sketch and we're actually going to wrap it around this cylinder. So normally, I think a lot of us know you can't really sketch on a rounded surface, so that's where this tool is going to come in handy. So what I've done is I created this cylinder up here in the top plane, and then what I got to do is I got to create another sketch, and it's going to be perpendicular to that plane. So I could actually do it, I could do it in the right plane, or I could do it in the front plane. For this example, I'm going to go ahead and do it in the front plane. So I'm just going to click front plane and then hit sketch, and I'm going to rotate around so that I can get a better view of that plane. So whenever you do this, you do kind of have to keep in mind, follow all of your sketch tools, make sure you don't like overlap any shapes or anything like that. Make sure you're doing closed loop sketches, basic stuff like that. But you do kind of have to keep in mind that the actual sketch surface is wider than this shape. Like obviously, you know, I could create a shape like that, but if I wanted to, you have to keep in mind it's going to wrap all the way around that shape. So I could even extend this sketch a lot further apart than the distance, the diameter of this feature. So I could even do multiple shapes if I want to. So I could put a few other shapes out here, and the idea is that this sketch is going to kind of wrap all the way around. Okay, so that should be good for now. I'm just going to exit sketch. Now you'll notice nothing really happened. My lines just turned gray. So the next thing we got to do is we're going to go up to the wrap tool, which is in the features tab. So we'll find it right up here. So here for the wrap tool, it says select a plane or planar face on which to sketch closed contours. Or select an existing sketch to use for the feature. So what I usually do is, you'll see there's a little design tree right over here where it says part 10. There's a little arrow. I'm going to expand that out, and I'm going to go down to where it says sketch 2. That's the sketch that I just created. So I'm going to select that. All right, so now we're in our wrap tool. We've already determined for our parameters, we've already determined what sketch we want to use. The other thing we need to determine is the face that we want to wrap our sketch around. So first thing I do is I'm going to click on this little box, and then I'm going to select this cylinder, and you can kind of get an idea of how this wrap is going to work. Let's go ahead and green check and just see what it looks like real quick. All right, so we see it wrapped all the way around. Now there are a few things that you can change. First of all, you can choose to do an emboss or a deboss. So a deboss is where it's kind of like an extruded cut, where your sketch is going to cut into the part. And then an emboss, I'll go ahead and see what that looks like. This is where it extrudes out from the part. So let's take a look so we can see now it's extruding out from the part. And then you could also adjust the kind of like the extrusion depth, how far out you want it to go, or also how far in you want it to go. So let's go ahead and change that. Right below where you select the face for the wrap, we have a dimension down here, and we can just increase this number a little bit, and it's going to change the thickness of the wrap. We can see now it goes out a little bit further. We could even extend that probably a little bit more. Like that. Okay. I think a few things to be careful whenever you're doing this. Generally, like whenever you're doing your sketch, follow the sketch rules. Make sure you're not intersecting your shapes. I think if your wrap starts to like overlap itself, like say if I extend this way out far, what might happen is it might wrap around and like kind of like collide with itself, which could be something that you want to do. Maybe it's not, but it all depends. But that there is the wrap tool. Allows you to create extrusions on curved faces. So hope you enjoyed.